Stadium in Athens. It's week 11 of this college football season, and our coverage on EA Sports continues. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, the Tigers head coach told me pre-game, obviously it's every team's plan to run the ball each and every game, but today he challenged his offensive line to help his running back get the record. They know that he's been so productive in his career, and today he has an opportunity to get the rushing touchdown record. So in the red zone, I will be shocked if they don't get this guy the ball. They all want him to receive the rock because he has meant so much to this team and to this program. Expect that to be a big focal point of the running game today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. From deep, it's Terry. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Simmons. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Second and long here. From the gun, give to Hardy. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And after they mark off the yardage for the personal foul penalty, it's 1st and 10 for this offense. They'll give it to Hardy. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Guys, let's talk here for just a second about Missouri. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Throwing Simmons. Rushes on. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Off to the races to the right. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Fielded in the end zone, it's Terry. Nice Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Simmons got his man. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Trying to make one miss. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Reels it in. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Follows his blocks. It's Phillips. Across the 25, he's got room. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the 2nd level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the 2nd level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick 6 here in the 1st quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick 6 rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You've got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, you've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick 6, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. He's got the back in the middle. There he goes. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
It's inside. It's Fallon. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's changing the play. 2nd down, going to throw it. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Deep in the end zone, it's Terry. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Here's a give to Hardy. Got enough for the 1st down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Simmons to throw. Finds his man.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off the left side, it's Hardy. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Line getting set on second down. Gonna run it. It's Roberts. Turning it on. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. They'll run it. It's Roberts. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Find space. It's Hardy. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Bangs it through for an extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. On the move, it's Bowens. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The throw on second down, and they need a lot. Caught, and he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Phillips. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Throwing Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Simmons. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Long way to go on 2nd down. The give to Hardy. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Tigers are flying down the field. Straight ahead, it's Roberts. Open space at the 25. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
New running back, same result. It's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. From the gun, give to Hardy. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Simmons. Out wide right, it's Hardy. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll run it with Hardy. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw on 1st. Right side, it's Phillips. At the 45, on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
When quarterbacks learn to take checkdowns, man, they become way more efficient. They become way better. They get way more possessions, and he does a really good job. It's not his primary guy, but he looks down the field. He doesn't force the football, but checks it down to his running back and still makes a big play because it was the right decision.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. The run inside. It's Phillips. All over him immediately.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Out wide right, it's Taylor. Good, strong tackle.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Making the adjustment. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the 1st down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Dumps it to the back. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Wide receiver going in motion. Second down to the air. This time he's got it. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking for a crease. It's Bowen. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
And I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Simmons on the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They'll try the right side with Hardy. He'll be stopped for no gain, and we're not far away from that whistle blowing to end festivities here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We begin with a look at Wisconsin taking on the number 14 team, the Maryland Terrapins. And it's the Badgers with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. This ball club now stands at 6 wins. They've ensured themselves at the very least of a 500 regular season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wide receiver. Right back to it. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Plows his way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
On the return. He gets a block. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Simmons to throw. Left side is Hardy. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rigged running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Now here's Simmons. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Simmons. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
On the ground, it's Bowens. Oh, he's got some space.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Might as well run him again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Trying to squeak through the pile. Could be an alley. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down and a quarterback hit on second down. Got to do a better job.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Missouri's offense heads out and ready to go. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. One more time, it's Hardy. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throwing Simmons. Unloads to the right. Zips it out to his man. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. They go play action with Simmons. Buys time to his left. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the big dog got him again. And Georgia can be judicious when they blitz because they get pressure from the guys up there.
So nice having a defensive line that hunts. And year after year, Georgia finds these guys, but the double guys, the guys that can double sacks in a game, double-digit sacks in a season, these guys make your defense really special.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking for room to the right, it's Hardy. There he goes. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Both of These teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. One more quarter to play. It looks as if we are ready to go here in the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They go right back to Hardy. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
And the Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Simmons. Rush right in his face. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Now, a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll give it to Hardy. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. Looking down the middle. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Turning it on. Pass to 50, the 40, the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Fires quickly. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Here's Simmons to throw. Finds his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Oh, pressure's coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming to the game, you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Throwing Simmons. Right side, it's Lee. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Right back to Hardy on first down. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Want to talk about a monster performance? This guy now has 150 yards rushing. The defense has had no answer for this guy, and he's showing you why he is such a weapon in this offense. Speed, the ability to catch the ball, the vision, the quickness. He's got all the tools in the toolbox.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Simmons. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Knocked down immediately.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback signaling to his guys. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Quick give. It's Ballard. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. Georgia sends out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Searching for space. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. They weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
The Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Oh, he's got some space. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant.
Touchdown, Missouri! Makes the grab inbounds. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Bowens. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Third and long coming up. Quarterback takes a knee.